Okay, we're back. I'll adjust you slightly. Sorry for the noise. Bear with me until I set everything up. Alright, so we have one person, by the way, if you're watching already. I do have you in the queue. You know who you are. You said not to mention your name. I'm just gonna check the bookings on my website. So by the way, what I'm talking about here is the mini readings after we complete the 7 to 10 day check-in. And in a second we will start. Okay, by the way, if you will be watching this, whoever has booked with me on 19th of July, please check your order number because I'm trying to find you. You probably have booked via Apple Pay. Every time someone books via Apple Pay, what happens is I don't get any of your information. Your order number is 2918. Can you please email me your question or send me a message via Instagram or comment down below this video? Any details of yours because I haven't received anything. I literally have a booking with order number, no name, nothing, okay? So reach out, and as per queue, we have one person so far for today. I don't know if you heard what I said, but thank you. I appreciate you, Christina. And oh, you're here. My first booking is here. Let's look at the focus points of the next week we're gonna have. Pile number 1. Let's move this out of the way a little bit. Pile number 2. And pile number 3. Bear with me, I'm gonna get your charms out. Or if you wanna choose by 1, 2, fine. We have a musical instrument. Any of my people connected to music here? Group number 2 looks like a little Bambi. And group number 3, we have a tree, particularly a Christmas tree, even though I know it is not Christmas. It is not about that. See which one draws your attention, and if you need some more time, stop it right here. I will continue with pile number 1. Let's check in what's up with you next week. Where does your focus lie? Right, we have a 2 of Pentacles to start with. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the Hermit. We have the Emperor, Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. Alright, bottom of the deck we have the Page of Pentacles. Listen, group number 1. Next week is a big week for you when it comes to good karma points. Okay, so this is not for something that you will be doing the next week. Good karma points are coming to you from something that you have done the past couple of months. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Expect good deeds with generosity is here. It seems that in general you will notice people want to give back. Someone may want to reach out to you and say, hey, I heard that you need this. Maybe you need a particular tool or to be connected to someone. I don't know, whatever that is. Someone wants to protect you. Someone wants to make sure that you are not overburdened next week. If there will be a situation where you're like, listen, I have so much stuff to do, so many responsibilities, someone's gonna step up their game and they will get out of their way to help you out. Side note for pile number 1, what to watch out for. Don't extend yourself way too much the next week and a half, because you may hurt your body. That would be something to watch out for, okay? I'm seeing in particular someone who has taken extra hours at work and they're realizing that shit. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I can handle those hours. So if you can, if you're already noticing that burnout may happen, next week maybe call a boss, call your supervisor and ask if it's possible to reduce them, because I'm seeing someone's body suffering, and then if you burn out, you know, your body will choose the time off for you. Okay, how you are viewed the next week. You are viewed as an example, so you may be, either this is your personality traits or this is what kind of role you play in your work. We are seeing someone who is a boss and a leader, okay? You may even receive compliments, pats on the back in your workplace or from your community. In general, people kind of want to be around you the next week because you are shining with all of these cards here. Quite a lot of positivity, and you're very focused on your dreams and you are unstoppable. So people love to be around such energy. Even if you don't talk about something that you have recently accomplished or where you've been and what you've done, it's not about that. It's the energy that you carry into the room, okay? A lot of you, pile number 1, may be spiritual, or that's something that you're focusing on the next week. It's actually a great week for you to focus on spirituality or any witchy practices, especially if you've been delaying something or you felt like, hey, I'm going to do that ritual some other time. It doesn't feel like a right energy. Next week is going to be a good energy to practice all of your witchcrafts and spiritual practices in general. Let's see what else we got here. I am seeing someone making you happy. Who is this individual? Who is this individual? This is someone either with whom you've lived with or you were very close to. A little bit more about this individual. They may have financial issues right now. If it's not financial issues, then they're not in the best place when it comes to safety and security in their life right now. But it is temporary. It is not going to be a long-term situation that they will find themselves in. Overall, this is someone who's quite charismatic, very, I want to say wild, okay? This person is into taking trips, loves to travel, but they also have problems in their own head sometimes. They tend to get stuck in their head. They tend to overthink. they tend to think too much into scenarios, dive too much into them. So their head may be their own enemy. Okay, anything else? Anything else? Next week you may want to go on vacay or plan a trip. You may not be thinking about it right now, but I feel like next week you may have even a spontaneous idea to get out of town, to go out somewhere to a particular spot you've never been before. There is a need to escape the next week for pile number one. And yeah, no shit, because I see someone needs a break here. Okay, so let's continue with pile number two. Let's see what is up with my group number two people. Suitcase psychic, yes. Yes, yes. Okay, on pile two, let's see what is your energy like the next week. We have social media. We have a granted wish. Nice. Overall, just looking at pile number one and two, it seems like a positive energy. Sometimes I pull cards and week feels heavy. This is not that case. It's completely different. Let's get more information. Oh yeah. I don't know why, but when I'm pulling cards for pile two, it seems like I have a whole playlist of ABBAs on my Spotify and I'm jamming to it. That's kind of the energy of the next week for you, pile number two. Jamming to music. At the bottom we have the Page of Swords, we have the Seven of Wands, we have the High Priestess, we have the Three of Cups. More of that light-hearted energy here. Bottom of a deck, of course, we have a Ten of Cups. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, let me clarify one thing. What about social media? Okay, Queen of Wands. So for my people who are trying to expand their social medias, next week you're gonna be on fire. Okay, you look good, you talk very well in front of camera, your editing is good. Whatever you do really that is being viewed, that is being seen by people online, next week you're going to be on top of your game. Okay, now for some of you tend to stretch it a little bit too much and you spend way too much time over there, so make sure that you know where the balance lies. But I'm particularly talking to those who have some sort of dealings that connect you to money on social media. It could be you promoting someone, editing someone else's work. It could be you coming up with content, okay? It's a very productive week, social media wise. But you're also you're gonna have to know when to stop and when to put your phone or laptop down and say, okay, now it's my time. I go outside and I spend some time outdoors or not looking at the screen. Let's look at the wish being granted here. Oh, I'm not being able to access this, but let me try again. Wait and see. Well, this is the Moon and the Seven of Pentacles is telling me, let them wait and they shall see. So I'm not being able to ruin this for you. What wish is being granted the next week, because it's supposed to be a surprise. Cards don't want me to talk about it too much. Just know that it's gonna make you happy. Okay? That's all. Now, one more thing that is similar to pile number one, it seems like it's a spiritually strong week. particularly to those people, for those people who've been working on their ancestry line. It's a great week to dive into that. Those who are in some way helping the earth or working with the spirit of the earth, great week, super strong connection. You're able to channel really well, okay? As well as for my people who have jobs, you are in a line of work that in some way helps the earth or the environment. The Magician and the Page of Swords is telling me that next week you are trying to practice something here in terms of your mentality. You're working on your projections and you're working on what you allow to come in that head of yours and what you decide to believe in. So it seems that you're very conscious of what you want to accept and what thought you just want to let it pass. Let it pass. It's a very great week to set intentions for group number 2 because you're gonna energetically, Queen of Cups and the Magician, you're gonna be on a high. Also, one pat on the back for someone here. Very good spiritual hygiene. So I applaud you. This may be for my people who recently have cleansed themselves, their space, tidied up their spaces, but it's not only about the space, it's also about you. So you may have done something to shake off the excess energy or the dragging energy or an energy from the outside that you bring home. For my witches and my shamans, it's a super intuitive week. High Priestess, Magician, and Queen of Cups is like the powerful trio. You'll be able to tell what's going to happen before it happens. You will be able to avoid any unnecessary drama or any interferences that may happen because you feel what's going to happen and you can take a different route. And also for other people too, you may tell them something that allows them, helps them to avoid unnecessary, kind of like shitty situations, let's put it that way. Someone is planning a celebration here. I don't know if this is your birthday or someone else's, but I'm seeing people getting together to celebrate. Let's get more info about that. Someone may also be invited on a date here. Why is a tower here? Let's clarify it. Okay. One thing though, whatever plans someone has for a gathering, a celebration, something may go wrong. So for example, initial idea that you have, it may not happen. So you may have to change your plans. You may have to be flexible. Don't take this as a negative. It's just something that cards are showing. You may have to have a plan B in case plan A is not it. In terms of this celebration or gathering here, it seems to be a cozy, nice, warm type of celebration. I'm seeing decor or just a vibe, ambience of the place being very important. That's kind of the main thing here for people. And everything else, it doesn't really matter. It's the spot, it's the place itself that matters to someone the most. Of course, and people come in the first place. Yeah, pile number 2, I'm getting a bit of romance happening here. Again, this is, even if people are spending time in a group, I'm seeing someone going on a date. Someone being invited on a date, but I don't know. I'm not being shown how that's gonna go. Whoever this is, this person is not new to you. So it could be your partner, or it could be someone that you've known for a while. Why is this a little bit crooked? Let me see how it looks on laptop. Better. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else here. For my single people, this is a time where you may cross paths with an individual who could be very well suited for you. Meaning your morals and values are practically almost the same. And therefore, you would understand each other really well. I'm also getting emotional intellect. You have similar emotional intellect to this individual. This could be a week where some of my people who are single, you are crossing paths with someone who would be a good match for you. So that's what I got for pile number 2. I hope this made sense. Let's continue. You are very welcome, okay? On pile 3 now. Let's see what is up with all of you. Whoever has chosen the 3rd pile with this little tree over here, let's see where your focus lies next week, week and a half. And we're gonna be using the steampunk tarot for you. No, actually, no. We're gonna be using the textured tarot for you. You are telling someone off the next week. I don't know who this is. We're gonna get to the bottom of that. Let me put it this way. Here we have the King of Wands. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. We have a Chariot. You already told them off? Okay, good job. Because what I see here, they deserved it. So, cut the bullshit I'm hearing. Okay, and let's talk about this individual. Why is the situation here telling someone off? How does this influence you? And why is this happening? Okay, now this is a very particular, specific scenario. In general, for pile number 3, I do see that you may have you may be a bit annoyed with one particular individual of how they're dealing with one situation. As if someone says, "Can't you see it?" Or "Can't you see what's happening?" Or "Open your eyes." This Queen of Swords wants to open the eyes for the 8 of Swords, a type of individual. Kind of take your blindfold off. Look at the situation from the real, true perspective. Can't you see what's happening? So there is a bit of that drama. I don't feel that this influences you very much, though. You kind of say it and you leave it there. Why, for some of you, what kind of individual this may be? This may be someone who, I'm getting a bit of a princessy vibes from them, to be honest, or someone who has been cared so much about by their parents that they have grown up to have difficulty to make their own decisions or have their own way of thinking. He will do it again too. You crack me up. So that's about that individual in that situation, okay? I don't want to say here, watch out, avoid the conflict. No, it seems that it is what it is. It is what it is, okay? Let's look. Opportunity. What do we have there? Opportunity for justice. Okay, Listen, if you felt in your life, in the past, I would say 2 months or so, that you couldn't get an opportunity or there was a lack of justice in one particular situation in your life, know that next week justice will be on your side. Another thing, what I want to say, pile three, next week, don't miss out any opportunities yourself. Okay, don't sleep on them. Um, if what I talked about previously is not your jam, you get injustice, or it's your time for justice, then don't sleep on opportunities yourself because those will be around you. But someone may be like, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know, I'm not going to investigate this opportunity. Well, you actually should keep your eyes open. Pile number three, because there may be some things. You know, the vision that I see right now, someone picks up a handful of mud, looks at it, knows that there could be something precious in it because other people around are picking something from that soil, from the mud, right? They look at it from the surface, they put it down. They're like, this is bullshit. I don't know what they see here. Where if you were a bit more detail oriented and if you were a bit more patient, you would try and get into every bit of that mud, wash the mud, and see what are the remains once the mud is being washed off. And you very well may find some precious stones there, metaphorically speaking. Okay, I hope this made sense. So, pile number three, don't miss out on opportunities. And for some of you, it could be also as simple as someone calls you up and says, "Hey, there is an event happening. Do you want to go?" And you go, "Oh, I don't know. I'm lazy." Go. Next week, say yes to things because you don't know who you will get connected to, who you will cross paths with, okay? And have enough patience to investigate those opportunities. I can't stress this enough. This is also a week where people are getting rewarded for their hard work, where people are feeling good about themselves and they want to pat themselves on the back for how far they've come, what they have recently accomplished, or what they will be accomplishing the next week. And next week is also a week to work in peace. People want to work in peace. So, what you may notice, you may want to have, if you work from home, a very ambient setup. You want to change something about your office, or if you don't have an office in your home, you may want to create a little space somewhere in the corner where is your office. You want to have some flowers, or I don't know, a little coffee machine next to it, whatever makes you feel good. It's important to organize your space well wherever you work. Even if you work in a corporate job, make sure that your desk kind of represents the ambience of how you want it to be, because you're going to have a completely different experience working then. Same for my creatives, okay? If you have an altar or a space where you tend to work or you tend to create something, make sure it is dust free, make sure it is tidy, things are put in places. You will notice how clear your head will become and how much more peaceful it will be for you to complete your tasks. And it's going to be much easier, not only peaceful. All right? So that's what I got for pile number three. I hope this made sense. By the way, one more thing. We have this individual, influential individual. Here we go. The Ace of Cups is coming through and the Moon. It seems that you don't know what to expect from them almost. Oh. Someone has options or choices or is thinking about one individual. We're talking romantic relationship. And next week they may be thinking about someone else. It could be someone from the past or it could be another possible suitor. So it seems like we have someone who's quite popular here, or someone who is trying to make a choice in their love life. If this is not a conscious choice that they're making, they kind of lost in the kind of illusion world where they are trying to figure out how if I did this, how would it be? Any advice for you here? Know what makes your life sweet. That's all. Know what would make your life sweet. Okay, I'm stuck to the chair. It's so hot in here, and the chair is leather, and I have shorts on, so pardon for the noises. Let's continue. Now we're gonna continue with your mini readings. And as usual, if you don't want me to tell your name, to say your name out loud, or if you don't want me to read the question out loud, just let me know upon the booking, okay? Once you leave your question, before typing your question, firstly, warn me not to tell your name. Let me have a sip of juice and let's go. All right. Girl, let's look at your question. Will I hear from N or see him in the next week? Okay. Side note for you, what I'm getting, what's coming through here, apart from this question, it would be really good for you the coming week to do some sort of ritual or cleansing, and it's something that you would do with your body, or you would put on your body. I don't know if you have a specific lotion that helps you cleanse yourself, or a specific scent that you are using. It would be quite beneficial for you to get yourself to zero space, because I feel that you've picked up quite a lot of energy in the past couple of months, and you're carrying it with you, not really knowing that you do. So make the next week for yourself as a week where you kind of come back to zero energy wise. Just bought oils, very good. Okay, use those. Use those. Okay. Will you see this person in the next week? Will you hear from them? Give me 1 sec. I need one more deck. The cards are saying you will notice a bit of a slowdown in this connection, and do not get stuck in your head over this, or do not try and push it too much, because it doesn't seem that it can be pushed. You know why? Because this is a time for you right now where anything that distracts you from putting yourself first may be put on hold. So don't take this as, this is shit, or I don't like that. It seems that you're supposed to put yourself first, and therefore this connection may have a bit of a slow burning time. And it seems like it's kind of meant to be honest. Now, meanwhile, what to focus on is on having fun. Look at your cards here. Even with tarot, right here, she's focused on what she loves doing. She's coming back to balance, focusing on her body, on her soul. She's very much action based, all about that. Now, look at these cards. Slowing down a young female playfulness. This is you. So slowing down is the needed time for this connection. It seems like you are not losing anything here. Okay, you are not losing anything here. One thing can happen: you may get bored, you may lose a bit of interest during that time. But it's not about anyone else. It's about you having fun in life. So make sure you're having fun. I'm not saying that you're gonna lose connection with this individual. You will continue communicating, but I don't feel that it's enough for you though. I feel that if you're gonna lose interest, you're gonna not even want this person to reach out to you. You're gonna be like, oh, why couldn't he have done it a bit earlier? You know? He never texts you. Well, so that is you. That is you. You're like, where is this communication? Slow down, girl. Slow down. Because otherwise, see, we started with you yourself first, towards you. That is what's needed. You tried to give more energy to this individual. I don't feel like anything would change, really. This wouldn't help the situation. So I hope this was helpful. Wherever you are, have fun. It's all you here. It's all you. All the cards on the table are you. Let me look at the comments. My pleasure. Hey, hi Queen, can you check the previous donation lives was deleted from the channel and I couldn't find it back. Okay, can you let me know if it is very glitchy or if it's lagging or anything, then I put it under unlisted. But if you would let me know what date that live was, because I've done a couple, I will be able to track it back. And you know what? The best thing would be, could you please send me an email and with the name under the booking that you've placed, and if you know more or less the date when that live happened, I will then send you an email back straight away with a link, even if it's an unlisted link. It's not shared, I mean, on the channel. That's gonna be much easier. No one else needs a mini. I'm gonna log off and I'm gonna go get some deserved rest. I will see you all soon. And also, if you have ideas for the next pick a card, please shoot it down in the comment section, because I'm looking for ideas and I want something interesting. And I'm bored of a lot of stuff. anything that is intriguing or interesting, even silly, I would say. Shoot your suggestions. I will look at them tomorrow. And everyone have a great day or evening.